So now as we move along here, it is time for Crux Corner.
Oh, again?
This week,
God.
if you're probably a teenager or you got teenage kids, you will remember the Power Rangers.
Oh, I wanted to go on stage one time in Japan to hit one, the bad one.
Well,
but my wife said no.
You know, you mentioned this. You may get a chance to hit a Power Ranger soon, boss, because one is now moving on into the world of MMA.
Ooh.
Let's go to Ron in the corner.
Jason David Frank may look like any other fighter in training. That's because he's not wearing his green Power Ranger costume. The actor, best known for his role as Tommy on the hit TV show The Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, is preparing to make his MMA debut. When he does, he won't be relying on superpowers, but rather his 30-plus years of martial arts experience.
My big break in Hollywood obviously came from a show called The Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, as my character is Tommy. I was the Green Ranger. And it kind of escalated to being the leader on the show. And it wasn't my choice, but I ended up being the leader on the show. I was the White Ranger, and then I was the Red Zeo Ranger, and the Red Turbo Ranger, and then I went back in 05 and did Dino Thunder as the Black Ranger. And I've done over, 200-300 episodes of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and the 2 feature films. Growing up, my dad taught me to be a fighter, not a fighter on the streets, but I mean a fighter, when times are tough. You got to fight your way out of it. You only have 2 choices. You can sit there and wallow in your pain and feel sorry for yourself, or you can be a fighter. I never look at this as a job. This is just obviously for fun for me, but I like to go out there. I like the competition. I like that fighting. I like that, sense of winning, sense of accomplishment. And I also never want to say, when I get older, I wish I did that.
He trains real hard. It's just like everybody does. Everybody wants to see people like that lose, so they could say they don't belong in the sport. We see we're having Brock Lesnar. He was a former WWE wrestler, but he trains real hard. Now look at him; he's a champion. Same thing with Jason. He's been competing. He's been training martial arts all his life.
I mean, there's going to be the people who are like, oh, he's a Power Ranger and all this stuff, but they don't see the background of actually the martial arts experience. I mean,
well, it definitely is a striker. I mean, that's first and foremost. He cannot knock anybody out. But he's, like I said, he's worked on the facets of his game, like the ground game. If he goes to the ground, I think he's going to be fine. Jason Frank is the real deal. I mean, he doesn't need to go out and make a name for himself. He already has the Power Ranger thing. He just wants to fight. And I mean, he's been in martial arts his whole life. He's a fighter at heart.
Fight night. Here we are, January 30th. I'm with Casey Hobson, one of my training partners. Patrick Hutton, another one of my training partners. We're going to go in and check the cage and see how it is. I'm excited, man. I want to fight right now. Just be in here. Feel it. You just feel that rush. I know the BleachReporter.com listed me as one of the top 10 most profiles MMA debuts. I was like number 7 on the list. I know Brock was number 1. Kimbo was number 2. So to see that before I came here, that kind of added a lot of pressure, I don't know much about my opponent. I know he's been talking a lot of stuff, and and that's all good. I'm just not a talker. I just like going in the ring and or the cage and doing the business, and I don't let it get in my head. The game plan for me is to go out there, relax. I'm not going to be so aggressive as I was in my last fight, so I'm going to pick them apart and just do what I got to do. If it goes to the ground, I'm going to submit him with an arm bar.
All right. So Jason's still fighting in amateur ranks.
That was fun.
He showed some skills out there.